Hi everybody, welcome to the Manifold channel. Let's take a look at how DPI works in the new improved Save As Image dialog. What we're going to do is work with this map right here. We're looking at Manifold System Release 9. All this works in the free viewer as well. And the map has been undocked and it has several layers here. There's two of them that are turned on, the provinces labels and the provinces. And in addition we have a north arrow and we have a scale bar that are added. And we're going to do make a screenshot of that image right there by using Edit, Save As Image, and I'm going to use default settings here. The size is going to be about 507 pixels width and 384 height at a DPI of 96. Let's render the virtual layers so we get the north arrow and the scale bar. Click Render, and that creates an image. And this image we can export as a PNG or GeoTIFF or whatever we want. It's a fully geo-registered. I'm going to shift click on the image tab to undock it and click here File, Zoom to Native, so you can see that it is exactly a one-for-one rendition of what was in the map window. Like I say, this is a fully geo-registered image. Okay, now suppose what we wanted to do is, where do we get that view, Zoom to Native? Where do we get that DPI setting? What does the DPI setting do? The DPI setting allows us to work with higher resolution images. I'm going to close this image, and so with the focus on the map window, again, I just clicked it to put the focus there. Let's choose Edit, Save As Image, and let's make that image 6 times larger, 3000 DPI. 3000 pixels wide, and that computes out to 2272 pixels high. And click Render Virtual Layers and click Render. Now, what's that going to do? I'm going to double-click that map image open and undock it. And if we look at this, what we see is an image that is has a lot more pixels. It's 3000 pixels wide instead of about 500 pixels wide. And if I choose View, Zoom to Native, you can see that at native resolution, at 96 dots per inch, the labels are indeed about the size that we want them to be. And everything here, in fact, if I zoom in here, View, Zoom to Native, you can see the north arrow is the right size and all that other stuff. It's just that because we're using, thousands and thousands of images, thousands and thousands of pixels, we're generating a larger image, and thus there's more pixels available at 96 DPI to show things like the scale bar and other things. Notice, by the way, that the scale bar is indeed correct, is the correct size. It still shows 140 kilometers for that width, because that's now covering a much smaller region than this big one here. Okay, but suppose instead of doing that, what I wanted was this image, but drawn at about the same relative size for everything, but with a whole lot more dots per inch being used. Well, I can use the DPI level to achieve that. I'm going to close this map image too. And now here, click the map image. Let's do that again. Edit, Save Image. And what I want to do is I'm going to make it 3000 pixels wide, so that's about 6 times as many pixels. And so for the DPI, what I want to do is I want to increase the DPI about 6 times. So 6 times 96 is roughly 600. Let's pick that. And I'm going to click Render Virtual Layers, and now click Render. And that creates a map image 3. If I open up map image 3, shift click to undock it, what I'll do is I'll use this trick right here in the Windows pane to make that go to the same view as the map. And that'll show the same image here. The way Manifold interpolates, you don't see that that's a really extremely high resolution, an extremely high resolution image. If I zoom in, you can see that that's drawn with many dots per inch. In fact, 6 times as many dots per inch as this one right here. So if I took this image and exported it as a PNG map, right click, export as a PNG or GeoTIFF or something like that, the resulting image would be much better suited for work with printing or in a document, for example, like a Microsoft Word or something like that, that's actually going to be printed, because the actual image will be printed 600 dots per inch, and that'll give it a whole lot more resolution. So that's what the DPI does. The DPI doesn't change the way it looks per se on the monitor, because monitors can only show 96 dots per inch unless it's a special super duper monitor. But if you want the actual image to be done in higher resolution, what you have to do is you have to match the DPI to whatever the increased size. So if you're making it 6 times larger here, 3000, then make the DPI 6 times larger, and that'll keep the relative sizes of all those things like the scale bar and the north arrow and all that other stuff about the same. And you can see, how that's printed with very high resolution. I hope you've enjoyed this quick introduction to what we're doing, and thanks for watching. Tell your friends if you like what you see, and make sure to click that like button so we generate likes, and that helps us get more views. Thanks for watching, and goodbye from Manifold Land. Well, that was fun. If you want to see more, visit us at www.manifold.net. As always, Manifold delivers the world's most advanced, highest quality spatial products for GIS and DBMS at a low price that you can afford. Once again, that's manifold.net. See you soon.